you're watching this video, you are wondering what is Enshrouded and is it worth your time and money? That is exactly what I'm going to be explaining to you in this video. And ultimately, I'm going to be answering these questions in less than 5 minutes. I will tell you right up front, if you're looking for a TLDR, that this is an incredible survival-based experience. So if you do like Valheim, if you do like other games in the survival genre, you will like this game. But I do have some major downsides to explain and some reservations I have about the game and gameplay experience. So please join me on this journey and let's explore the world of Enshrouded. First thing I want to talk about is the combat system and what you're going to be getting when you play the game. The combat system is like a breath of fresh air compared to a lot of survival games. It's fast, it's fluid, it's downright exhilarating at times. Enemies always feel engaging. The combat feels intuitive. The dynamic combat scenarios keep you on your toes and don't get you bored. And Enshrouded has certainly nailed the combat mechanics. In terms of progression, you can be a wizard, you can be a tank, you can be a healer, you can be a warrior, you can be a barbarian. There's just so many class-based choices, and the combat and progression system in the game is one of the game's biggest strong sides and an amazing achievement. I really think this is going to pull a lot of players into the game, and I really did enjoy the combat. Now, unfortunately, not everything in the Enshrouded universe is all sunshine and rainbows. The online experience falls in the needs improvement category in the best of cases. Lag and desync issues are more than common and really affect the overall enjoyment of the game. I joined multiple multiplayer servers, and every one of them had a certain amount of lag and desync, and in some cases, this was very significant. I also had other people join my server and had the same issue. So online servers can be a real problem. Now, my system specs are pretty beefy, so I do not think it has to do with system specs. I just think there is significant lag and desync really pulling down the multiplayer aspect of this game. So hopefully Enshrouded can fix this in the coming weeks and months. Now we're going to be moving on to character creation, one of the most critical aspects of any serious RPG. Enshrouded, however, leaves a lot to be desired in this department. The options are very limited. Specifically, almost every character you create is going to look like a mix between a human and a dwarf. They're very short for some reason. There's no options to change build or height or anything like that. The hairstyle, the beard options you're going to have on tap are quite shallow. And the voice acting and the voice narration is really bare bones and basic. And to be honest with you guys, this is one of the major aspects that I think they need to improve if they want to be one of the leaders in the survival genre, because the RPG aspects in this game and character creation specifically really let me down, and I think you're going to be quite disappointed. So now back to what I had mentioned previously in the video, which is progression mechanics. The build options and progression in this game are Enshrouded's shining beacon. The skill tree, the progression are amazing, they're rewarding, they're engaging, and they're full of promise. As you develop your character, you're going to be unlocking various nodes with skill points, and this reminds me a lot of Final Fantasy X. For those older school gamers, there is just a huge node tree here. There's obviously going to be a ton of build guides, and I'm going to be doing build guides on my channel. And once I got into the progression of this game, I was so engaged, so hooked. So if you're a progression junkie or you love doing different builds, there is going to be so many options for you in this game. You have so many roleplay options, and this is so out of keeping with the character creation because this is so in-depth, so rich, and so nuanced, and I really think this part of the game is incredible. On the flip side, we have the crafting system. While the depth is as vast as an ocean, actually constructing nearly anything can be a bit of a head scratcher. The crafting mechanics feel a tad confusing and overwrought. You have things like the blacksmith, you have a kiln, you have a furnace, you have a crafting bench. There are so many things that you need to manage, and actually placing things in the game world is very sticky. It definitely doesn't feel natural, and it feels like this part of the game had a lot of ambition, but actually fell far short when it came to execution. So I do want to warn those people, although I think this could be an incredible crafting system given enough time, it is not there yet, and the crafting part of the game leaves a little bit to be desired. And there you have it, folks, my take on Enshrouded. It's a game with fantastic combat, promising and engaging progression, but it does have a few rough edges, specifically in its online experience with constant rubber banding and desync, character creation that feels a little bit flat, and crafting that, while innovative and depthfully in depth, feels like it was a little bit overwrought and not refined enough. This game is an early access. It's a game that's available on Steam for around 30 US dollars. I do think it's worth it for that price point, and I do think you will get a lot of enjoyment out of the game. So I do recommend you buy it. I hope this guide has been helpful. If it has, click that like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you can see more Enshrouded content. Really hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I will see you in the next one.